So greetings and welcome to the studio of Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman. My name is Peter Updike. Here at Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman, we talk about hunting and fishing, all things connected, and more specifically, turkey hunting. It's springtime, and I hope you're able to get out in the turkey woods like I have. I want to fill you in on my experiences these past, I've been 7 or 8 times. One experience I had, I was down in the green swamp and my thermocell give out. I was sitting down there in the swamp trying to light it. Click, 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 and the stupid thing wouldn't fire up. So I got a new one. I don't know how long I had my original thermocell. That original one is in the truck. It won't fire up. So I bought a new one. And I'm looking forward to going back down there. But mosquitoes haven't been so bad up this way. But down there, they've been pretty bad with all the rain we've been getting, all the water. We got another cold snap come through, which has been real nice. But, yeah, the mosquitoes down there are pretty bad. Up in Ocala, not too bad. So it all depends on where you are. If you don't have a thermocell, come archery season, you're hunting in Central Florida, anywhere in the South, you may want to try one of these. I've had great success with it. And, it works just like they say it does. I'd be a little careful. Be careful, don't breathe in the fumes. But very reliable, works really well. I did not hesitate to buy another one. So I'll be breaking that one out and putting it in my backpack. So when I'm sitting down in the swamp, I don't get carried away. It doesn't do anything for ticks and chiggers and stuff like that. You're still going to need to spray with your off spray. Your Deep Woods Off is what I use, for ticks and other biting parasites. And just be advised, it's no fun coming home and having to deal with itchy bites. So being bug bitten is no pleasant thing, and there's a way to get around it, and that's with a thermocell and the bug spray. So I opened up my season at Jumper Creek. I went down there and got on my spot, and I sat there till daylight, and I did not hear a single gobble. Now, that can get kind of discouraging. I hope that didn't happen to you, but that's exactly what happened to me. I went down there and sat in my spot and waited for daylight, and 30 minutes after daylight, I still hadn't heard a single gobble, and I sat there until around 11 o'clock and packed it up and came home, and that was my opening day of spring gobbler season. And I thought to myself, man, I can't wait to get down there to the green swamp. I'm going to go back to Jumper Creek sometime before the season ends and just see if any birds have flown across that Withlacoochee River and have made their way into that swamp, and nobody's the wiser. And that can very easily happen. So if you hunt in the area of Jumper Creek, don't give up on it too soon. That's my advice. Let's get in there and see if we can't thin out some of those gobblers when they decide to come across that river. There's a lot of private land out there, and those people feed and bait up those gobblers and bait up their turkeys. There's only one problem: when hens go on a nest and they're not receptive to gobblers, it doesn't matter how much corn's on the ground, those gobblers are going to make their way and try and find a receptive hen. That's your opportunity to get in that public land on the edge of that private land where they're feeding them up. And if you know where they're at, that's part of the equation. Get in that swamp and call to them, and man, they just might come right in. All right, so I went down to, that was on Saturday, opening day. I went down to the Green Swamp Thursday morning, immediately following, so that's 5 days later. And went to my spot, sat there till daylight, did not hear a gobble, so I thought I'd make my way to an area I'd never hunted before. I saw on Google Earth the trail went up way this way and that way, so I'm going to go check it out and see if there's any good spots there for deer hunting. And I got about 200 yards, and sure enough, one was in my spot. He gobbled, he sounded off, so I had to turn around, and I came back, passed the truck, started heading down there. That's what I should have done in the first place. But I went down there, and he was gobbling, and then there was another one gobbling. And so I found a spot, and then I realized, well, you know what, I can get even closer. And I hadn't called to him yet, and I don't call until I'm 100% satisfied with my location. So I was kind of playing it by ear as far as where I was setting up. I went back out to the road and beat feet down a couple of more 100 yards, and he was in there gobbling, and I turned and went down another trail and got down in that swamp and found a spot, and man, he gobbled, and he was close. I said, wow, he's close, and I wasn't happy with the spot I was sitting in, and I got up to move, and I think he might have seen me, or he heard me. I think hearing me ain't a problem, seeing me is. I think he might have seen me, but I don't know that for sure. And when I finally got to a spot where I was satisfied, I started calling. He wouldn't gobble no more. And I went silent for a while. I decided to see what I'm sure he went down in that hellhole swamp down there. And right after coming off the roost, he made his way down that swamp. But I could hear a hand in there clucking, and I really thought, I said, maybe he's in there with him. I listened real close for spitting and drumming, and I never heard any. So yeah, that one got by me. But I went back, would be Saturday, went to that same spot, same location, same general area, and did not hear a single gobble. I hunted for a couple hours, didn't hear a single gobble. Went back on Thursday and heard him gobble again, but he was across the road. As far as I know, same bird in my mind, it's probably the same bird. You never really know. But I called to that bird, and he gobbled one other time. And yeah, I never got close to him. He sounded as far from the east as from the west. I just could not get any closer to him. That's as close as I could get. So I hunted one other time. That took me into Sunday. I hunted Sunday and did not hear a gobble. Saw some people. That was Easter Sunday. I hunted Easter Sunday because my wife let me. We celebrated Easter on Saturday with my sister and her kids and nieces and nephews. So Sunday was pretty much an open day. I praised the Lord out in the woods. I praised it every time I listen to the birds wake up in the morning. It's like a resurrection day. So yeah, I'm allowed to hunt on Easter. I hope you are too, if the wife permits you. And yeah, I like getting out there in the springtime, hearing all the birds get up, and yeah, praise the Lord early in the morning. So after that, I I had my quota permit hunt coming, so I was getting kind of excited about that. Now I was down in the lake fishing, and this was back in February, and I heard one gobble down in the woods. So my fishing trip turned into a scouting trip, and I thought I was on a gobbler. And of course, my quota permit was the third hunt of the season. Of course, I've always said I don't care, and I don't. But once I locate a bird, yeah, I wish I could have been on him opening day. I think somebody got my bird. I don't know. I went in there and hunted all morning and did not hear a single gobble. Did not see any tracks. So that was quota hunt number one. Quota hunt number two, I came around from the other side and was walking down a little fire break. This was in the Ocala National Forest. And in the pipeline unit, very close to my home, I really, really enjoy the 20-25 minute drive instead of the hour and 10 minutes it takes me to get up to Hopkins Prairie, or gets me down in the Green Swamp. It's a long drive, right? So yeah, that portion of the forest is very close to my home, and I really appreciate that because it's easy in and easy out. And I got down in a spot where I wanted to do some calling, and I saw some tracks on the side of the road. Did a little scouting right after my other hunt and saw some tracks on the side of the road down by a power line. So I went there the next day, and sure enough, there was a bird in there gobbling, and he gobbled 3 times. I set up on him, called to him, never heard him again. So I decided, well, you know what, I'm going to go home. I got on Google Earth and I looked at the area, and I kind of figured out where I thought he might be. So I decided, well, you know, I'm going to skip out. Let's see, that was Thursday and Friday. I skipped out on Saturday, hunted on Sunday, and that was this morning. And went around the same spot except from a different direction. Sure enough, he was in there gobbling. And I don't know. he's either awful smart or awful stupid, because he gobbled one time. I think I heard another bird too down in an open chop, but I called to him and he gobbled one time, but he didn't gobble till 8:15. And yeah, I found an area in there that I really, really like, and I think I'm probably going to bow hunt it. I'm not too keen on bow hunting in the dog hunt area, but I think I'm gonna do it this year. I like being able to get in there easy and get in there early and not have to worry about all that driving. So that's a change I'm gonna make this fall. Yeah, I'm gonna continue looking for access. I'm gonna continue looking for places that I can hunt that maybe I haven't hunted before, and that's a large part of my spring gobbler season, discovering new spots, new places that I can hunt. I hope you've had some better success than I have, although every morning in the woods, man, it just getting there is a battle in its own, and it's successful if you're there. And yeah, I like being in the woods early in the morning. I like pulling into my spot and seeing nobody's there. I heard gobbles. I've seen tracks. I see rubs. I see scrapes. So if I don't have a deer and I don't have a turkey, it's not because I'm not there. So I have to make an adjustment here or there. I'm going to continue to build on my successes as well as my failures. And I'm not done yet. Planning on going down the Green Swamp and closing out a few more days. Going to give it a try. I'm for sure going to need my thermocell. And I'm looking forward to getting down there, maybe see an alligator or two, take my camera down, take some pictures, and yeah, it's just a great place to have. Every time I turn on my computer and look at the map, I see that green giant blob just to the south of me. It takes me about an hour to get down there, the Green Swamp, and I see that big green tumor looking thing to the north of me known as the Ocala National Forest, right in the smack dab in the middle of where I live. I'm just so thankful that I have these places to hunt and go fishing and just do what I've always enjoyed. That's hunting and fishing. What kind of spring gobbler season have you had? Did you get your bird? I hope so. Did you hear any gobbles? How many times you been? Comment and let me know. I'd be real interested. Some of you have been sending me some pictures of birds you got. Congratulations. And some of you just been sending me pictures, and I'm thankful for that. So yeah, let's close out the season now. Bob Abernathy, a turkey hunter with the National Wild Turkey Federation, advises us that the first day and the last day are the best days to kill your bird. Why? Because the first day is for obvious reasons. Most birds are out and about. First day of the spring gobbler season. But on the last day, all hens have gone on the nest. Gobblers who've been in hiding are on the move. And so just be alert and know that your chance might very well be going up as we end up the season in the weeks to come. All right, love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.